has passed a new law that affects more than just their own population.
I think it should always be the woman's choice.
I feel like you should be able to make your own decisions and not have to have your decisions be made by an adult for you.
And a new bill has passed in the Washington State Senate that is a direct result of events at Washington State University. We'll tell you about that next and more on Murrow News 8.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
Good afternoon, I'm Jerica DeQuisto.
And I'm Damon Alvarado. Welcome to Murrow News 8.
A new bill has passed in Washington to honor the life of WSU's own Sam Martinez. Sam died in 2019 from alcohol poisoning after attending a WSU fraternity event where he was served underage. House Bill 1002 has passed Wednesday, which would increase hazing penalties and reclassify a crime from just a misdemeanor to a gross misdemeanor. It would also make cases involving substantial bodily harm a Class C felony, aka punishable by up to 5 years in jail or fine up to $10,000. Sam's parents had been advocates for this law, and the Senate stood to honor them as they passed the bill yesterday.
Idaho has become the first state to pass a law explicitly restricting some out-of-state travel for abortions. This new legislation makes helping a pregnant minor get an abortion in another state punishable for 2 to 5 years in prison. We sent out reporter Danny Flynn to get the campus's reaction.
I think it should always be the woman's choice.
State rights, 2 words, don't care, but I think the states have the laws. Idaho can do what they want. Washington's going to do their crazy thing. And if you don't like Idaho's, move to Washington. If you don't like Washington, move to Idaho's.
My friend had a pregnancy scare a little bit ago, and she's from Idaho, so it was, a bit rough. She's good, but yeah, I do believe it's your choice, and I don't believe there should be any restrictions, especially where you're born. I don't think that should matter either.
In the abortion, I'm pretty indifferent about it. It's really up to the state and their decision. Is really my take on it.
Well, I do think that whoever is pregnant should have a say, and it shouldn't be up to parents.
I feel like you should be able to make your own decisions and not have to have your decisions be made by an adult for you.
The American Civil Liberties Union of Idaho said it will sue the state. ACLU released multiple concerns in their statement, and Executive Director Leo Morales says this: "For any individuals directly impacted, we seek partnership as we challenge the law in court. We will sue to stop this harmful and unconstitutional law." Under the signed law, it would be punishable by up to 10 years in prison to provide puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones, and gender-affirming surgery for those younger than 18.
The Schweitzer Engineering Laboratories in Pullman has collaborated with San Diego Gas and Electric. It's located in California, and they plan on developing a way to stop fires from fallen power lines. Usually when a power line breaks and falls, it remains energized until the utility company turns it off. The engineers at SEL figured out a way to detect fallen power lines and shut it down within a millisecond. With this new technology, utility companies can be prepared year-round. Veterinarians at WCR are looking for wildlife rehabilitators to fill the shortage across eastern Washington. We sent out Austin Peppers for more on the story. Austin?
Thanks, guys. I'm standing in front of the Veterinary Teaching Hospital on the WSU campus, and of the 7 permitted wildlife rehabilitators all across eastern Washington, WSU is the only one with a 24-hour emergency service for wildlife rehabilitators, and they are looking for volunteers. So how do you become one? Well, first of all, you need to make sure that you have either worked 6 months or 1,000 hours of experience with a permitted wildlife rehabilitator. And why is there a need for volunteers? Well, according to WSU Insider, licensed technician Alexis Adams said an increase in pet ownership during the COVID-19 pandemic and the need to care for more client-owned animals was the biggest increase and need for volunteers. So that's all there is to it. So if you are interested and want to volunteer and become a wildlife rehabilitator, this is the place to do it. And they are looking for volunteers. So that's going to do it from here. Reporting from Pullman, Austin Peppers, Murrow News 8.
Thanks, Austin. If you're trying to drag your roommate out of the house this weekend, the Student Entertainment Board is throwing the perfect event for you. The free annual drag show is back. Tomorrow night, doors open at 8:30 and the show will begin at 9 p.m. in the Cub Senior Ballroom. The show is starring the famous Thai queen, Pangina Heels, who is featured in RuPaul's Drag Race UK vs. the World, along with Tabitha cast from Moscow.
The Pullman Depot Heritage Center is to be restored this year, after being untouched for almost half a decade. It was first built in 1916 and served as one of the first train stations in Pullman. The Women County Historical Society, along with other history buffs in the area, are working to restore this Pullman landmark. Major restorations will begin on the roof and continue on the inside of the building. The restoration should be finished later this year.
Saturday, April 22nd, Seb's biggest event of the year is here, Springfest, featuring Eneli Choppa and YBN Namir. Doors open at 6:30 and the show will begin at 8 p.m. Tickets will be on sale next week for $25 for early bird students and $35 for general public. For more information, check out WCU_Seb on Instagram. Coming up, we have an update on the Donald Trump indictment.
And the founder of this widely used app was found dead. We'll tell you all about that next on Murrow News 8.
They took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. Dad! You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
On Tuesday morning, the Cash App creator Bob Lee was fatally stabbed to death in his San Francisco home. The San Francisco Chronicle reported that the police responded to the scene where they found Lee's unconscious with wounds to his chest. He was rushed to the hospital where he later died. Many high-profile figures condemned the incident, including the San Francisco mayor, the DA, and the CEO of MobileCoin.
Criminal charges against Donald Trump were unveiled on Tuesday, but what can we expect moving forward? A discovery is likely to follow where evidence will be exchanged and motions will be filed. Prosecutors said at Thursday's hearing that discovery would not start until they and defense lawyers agree on protective order governing how the materials would be handled or discussed. We'll let you know on More News 8 when more details come out.
We got a weather update for you guys. Alex, what do you got for us?
Yeah, Damien, actually, nothing new here. I know it was a clear sky. Oh, well, we're almost there. Almost there. Almost there. I will say right now, it's a clear skies outside. Almost there? Nope. Having a lot of technical difficulties. But it's 55. There we are. We're here. All right, 55 degrees. It was a high with clear skies. However, there are clouds coming in tomorrow. If we can go to tomorrow real quick. Tomorrow, coming into tomorrow is going to be raining with clouds coming from Spokane area. And that will bring us rain into the Easter weekend. So let's go into the state map so I can show you that real quick. Those Spokane clouds right here are going to come down to Pullman, bring us the rain over the weekend. Olympia and Seattle, nothing new with the rain. Yakima and Tri-Cities are seeing a little bit warmer of weather, but it is still overcast. I'll go into the 5-day forecast, and I'll step out of the way for you guys. See that? Rain. So, endure the weather. Get ready for it. It is coming. Happy Easter. No one likes wet chocolate, but it's going to happen, so just endure it. Rainy until Tuesday, and then it's going to be windy. But with that wind, I'm actually going to blow it back to the desk with Damien and Jerica.
Thank you, Alex. The Cougar baseball team has been on a roll against the high-ranked opponents.
And the WC track and field athletes have some pretty impressive stats. Brinkley will fill you in on that after the break.
The Cougs are taking a road trip to Tempe, Arizona to play the 16th ranked Arizona State Sun Devils. This is an opportunity to finally shake off that 6-game losing streak from just a few weeks ago. The Cougs have won 4 of the last 5 games, with that one game being postponed due to some Pullman snow. WSU is 18-9, but 5-6 in conference. This 3-game series could be the Cougs' chance to reach 500 in conference play for the first time this season since their first series against Oregon State. Now, it's a little too early to speak on the success of the WSU baseball team and especially the WSU women's basketball team for next season, but ESPN has already ranked the Cougs number 25 on the way too early top 25 list for next season. The team is coming off the Pac-12 championship win as well as their 3rd consecutive first-round exit from the NCAA tournament. This ranking comes just days after key guard Charlize Ledger-Walker announced her return to WSU for her senior season. The ESPN Twitter post hints that the high ranking is partly due to all key players returning for the next season, as well as Kami Etheridge's elite coaching. Now, the Cougar track and field team just wrapped up a meet at the University of Stanford, and there are some athletes who are now top 15 in the country for their events. Jared McCavley is number 14 in the nation for the 400-meter hurls at 50.9 seconds. Sophomore Ronald Mosquera is the 10th in the nation at shot put with a 62-foot and 10-inch throw. And at 5th in the nation for decathlon is junior Lee Walburn. Now, the Mariners season is not off to the start that fans were expecting after making their first playoff appearance since 2001. Chris Flexen was on the mound for the Mariners and only got through 5 innings. Shohei Ohtani got the win for the Angels with 8 strikeouts and giving up only 3 hits in the 6th inning. J.P. Crawford and Eugenio Suarez were the only 2 Mariners with more than 1 hit. Suarez drove in 2 runs and the other one was driven in for the Mariners by Ty France. Logan O'Hope homered the Angels for the 2nd inning, and Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani drove in the remaining 3 runs for the Angels to give them the win 3-4. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Brinkley. A WSU invention is dominating its industry.
And we'll tell you more about that next.
Washington State University's signature apples have the hearts of many people across America as it becomes a fan favorite consumers. The Cosmic Crisp succeed is being celebrated as horticulturals as it becomes more of a household name. What do you guys think about the Cosmic Crisps?
I'm not a big apple guy. I like bananas, to be honest.
No, they're elite, they're new, they're good. Whenever I go to the store, they're never mushy, and they always are like very sweet, very delicious, very crisp.
Granny Smiths are the best apple.
I do agree. But with that saying, I appreciate you guys, and thank you so much for watching. Have a good night.